YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we got Best of Anime 2025 by Gigguk. Let's see what was the best anime from last year. We kind of discussed it already in one of the videos by Mother's Basement, but let's just see what's happening in this video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Tell me what you guys think, and of course, let's just enjoy the video. Let's go.
2025 was a year of turbulent times, uncertain futures, but if there was one thing I could rely on to pull through, of course, it was anime.
But of course, with a few disappointments, One Punch Man, so yeah.
If there was any doubt over anime's position in the world, 2025 has undoubtedly proven it is not just popular, but there are titles that can achieve full-blown mainstream success. Demon Slayer became not only the highest...
Demon Slayer, guys, holy shit. This killed so many shows. Like, I remember, what's his name? What's the Wayne brothers? Is it Martin Wayne? I forgot his name. The Wayne brothers, the guy which does, I don't know if you guys remember the movie White Chicks. One of the brothers, he was complaining about Demon Slayer. He was like, fuck Demon Slayer, because it took over his box office views and all of that. So he was fighting a monster, a beast.
Grossing anime movie of all time, but broke into the top 10 grossing movies of the year, beating out such IPs as How to Train Your Dragon and frickin' Superman. This movie was an absolute spectacle that delivered the Demon Slayer experience I expected, but damn did it feel long. I think about an hour in, I left to go pee, managed to find time to finish my college degree, got a job, started a family, came back, and I think we were about halfway through the Yakuza flashback. But they weren't the only one in the headlines, because One Punch Man fans ate this year.
Yeah.
But then collectively threw up. After 6 years of waiting, One Punch Man dropped a bomb not even Oppenheimer could recreate, giving us a season of animation so impressive, Google Slides is about to license it out as an add-on. History has taught us that everything good comes in
that is actually a good joke.
threes. We've had the big three of World War II, the big three of colleges, the big three of tennis, the big three of shonen, and now, this year has finally given us the big three of frames. As the community responded, and now,
let's see what's the big three of frames.
Finally given us the big three of...
Yeah, it's of course it's Blue Lock. Blue Lock, oh my god, was just terrible, guys. Honestly, Blue Lock was horrible. The beginning after the end, the story, guys, is honestly one of the best stories, but with the worst animation you've ever seen. I agree with them.
As the community responded to this failure on a scale anime had not seen before, Berserk fans could only helplessly watch this unfold on the sidelines like,
hey, you wanted this, right? You wanted the real deal? That's what this is. Wake up, you're in the middle of it. Stop complaining.
This was the year where two letters shot fear into anyone that heard them. AI.
So is it any wonder people are afraid of technology?
Technology! Oh my god. And the anime community
that is very scary.
Not immune to its effects. We had masses of fake scenes posted with the release of Sora 2. Grok got its own AI companion, as if people weren't lonely enough. And of course, OpenAI allowed users to flood the internet with Ghibli AI drawings. Looking Miyazaki right in the eye and thinking, man, I don't think you hate anime enough yet. And if you're like me and just realized that all this happened within the space of 1 year, yeah. I know. I wouldn't blame you. Being on the internet felt exhausting at some points this year, and the online landscape was as confusing as ever to navigate. We needed hope. We needed positivity. We were yearning for some real human interaction.
I practiced drawing in a different angle, but it looks kind of weird. Lol, what? Oh my god. That is too funny.
Raise your hands up!
That is the best meme ever.
No time left! Don't be afraid! He's a very good man! Offer up your energy!
But the year ended with actual people united under one banner. One drawing of Freewen with a chin so chopped she could withstand an uppercut from Mike Tyson. The voice actor for Freewen changed it to her profile picture as artists all around the world came together to help draw her in a rare case of all-around positivity being spread online. This was the alive human theory. Real human-to-human interaction.
I think I kind of missed that wave. I think I'm in, like, when it comes to anime, I watch the shows, but I'm not really in the community, which I think is a disadvantage for me.
No bots. No AI, just sheer determination to pick up a pencil and the will to follow what we knew Himmel the hero would do. Once and for all, proving the strongest AI slop can still be defeated by the weakest pencil user. Did anything else happen this year? Oh yeah, I made my own anime or something.
Oh, that's too funny. Shout out to Gigguk's anime. Out of 10, I give it a proper 6. It was something. It was nice. It was nice. I gotta give him that.
This is the part where I normally get to my honorable mentions, but today I have something else I need to mention honorably, and that's today's sponsor.
Oh, we skipped sponsors.
Website, sell game events, the straight to check. With that those up there, here are the actual honorable mentions. If this is your first time here, I really took continuations of shows I've already talked about on previous lists, unless it really goes above and beyond and gives me something new to say about it. But that doesn't mean I didn't continue enjoying them. Dun might not have gotten the same buzz that episode 7.
Yeah, no, Dun. Season 2 was nice. It wasn't bad, like compared to season 1. Season 1 was just episode number 7, guys.
7?
It was amazing, but season 2 was up there. It was up there. I gotta
provided, but I've really enjoyed the character-focused development we got. Everyone likes to talk about the weirdness or the flashy action, but this shit is doing romance better than most romance anime right now.
That's true.
About a year ago, I introduced my anime illiterate mum to Apothecary Diaries.
Apothecary Diaries. I never watched season 2. I don't know. I started it, but never finished it. I'd be lying to you.
So I thought I'd be a loving son this year and save myself from watching season 2 until the Christmas break so I can experience it with her. By which point, she had already watched it 4 times.
Wow.
She still doesn't even know its name. She just calls it Mau Mau. City, the animation, really did not lie about its name, being in my top 3 of best animated shows of the year that was so close to making the list, but just didn't quite meet the same level of unhinged, gut-busting laughter Nichijou gave me. Now if we're talking most unhinged show this year, that was Nukitashi.
Nukitashi? What the hell?
I would love to talk about this one more, but the amount of frames I'd be able to get away showing here would equal that of an episode of One Punch Man 3. Solo leveling. Now I know you're gonna...
Nikutashi, what is that an ecchi, guys? God damn, I missed out on that one. I had never heard about it. And what Solo Leveling Season 2 was, guys, I think this was one of the... Okay, I need to speak about Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling last year became super mainstream. Every single week, I couldn't escape people, especially in my anime sphere, we're talking about it heavy. People loved Solo Leveling on another level. People were loving this show, bro. It was crazy.
Ask me about this, so let me just set the record straight. And the anime award goes to...
Solo Leveling.
Oh, ready? Sung Jin-woo from Solo Leveling. I like Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling is a series that knows exactly what it is. It does one thing, but does that one thing so exceedingly well, you do not care about anything else. And this season delivered some of the best power fantasy or a farming action spectacle you can find, and I ate it up. But that doesn't also mean I think it's the best anime, or has the best main character. To me, this is not a 3-star Michelin dish, it is a McDonald's chicken nugget, for the best fucking nugget you've tasted in your life.
That's
who wants to live in a world without nugs?
Nice.
Last year, I did a cop-out by putting a movie at the top of the list. Thankfully, this year was so stacked with choices, I didn't need to do that again. But if I did, 2 titles would definitely be making the list. Chainsaw Man lived up to the absolute cinema meme.
Chainsaw Man was really nice. The movie was amazing. I bought speakers and I played Chainsaw Man. It was just freaking amazing.
Originally started. This wasn't just another shonen movie adaptation. It was a perfectly crafted cinematic experience, and I think it says a lot that for how much jaw-dropping, mind-blowing action sequences this movie delivered on, the quieter, serene pool scene is the one my mind always comes back to. But standing toe-to-toe with that, in my eyes, is 100 meters. If Chainsaw Man...
100 meters was... I heard about. I never watched it, unfortunately. This is the only one I never watched. I never watched 100 meters.
It was that critically acclaimed blockbuster. 100 Meters would be that Oscar-nominated indie movie with moments equally as breathtaking and cinematic. Cinema. This is a film about running. About peoples whose lives are about running. You see people who destroy their lives over obsessions, over chasing records, chasing achievements, sacrificing everything, only to wonder what the point of it all was to begin with. You see people unable to fully commit to themselves in fear of finding out they're not as good as they think they are, crafting a prison of their own anxieties they're unable to break out of. You see people so desperately searching for meaning in what they do, unsure if they live to run or run to live. People who've always been second best yet still have not given up on believing in themselves, breaking the reality life has crafted for them, and then halfway through the movie you take a step back and think, wait, we're still talking about running, right? This movie doesn't
it's more philosophical. I feel like the sport is just like a cover-up of the philosophy, but it also adds to it because there's a goal intended. You know what I mean?
Speak to the soul.
It's like sports anime. Sports anime just always has that thing of like it's philosophical, but at the same time, it's really good entertainment. If you also like for example, I would think of Yuri on Ice. I know it's a yaoi fuck, but pause. So it's just one of those shows where it's just it's interesting. I guess I don't know why I say said Yuri on Ice.
It
But
got down, drags it out, shakes it by
block,
the scruff of
you
its
know?
neck, and shouts full volume at it. Somebody, somewhere is going to find this movie at the right time of their lives, and there's going to be a line uttered by a character in here that shoots so deeply to their core, they're going to switch their life into manual mode after having lived it on auto the entire time.
That's very true. Number 10. What is it?
Do you ever feel
Gachiaka. Holy shit. I love the animation of this show. Never finished it. I'm on episode 19. Need to finish it. Fun show, man. I didn't expect it was 20 episodes. I thought it was only 13. But man, was it a good time watching this show. I just need to finish it.
like if you watch enough anime, so many of them don't just start looking the same, but also start to feel the same.
sound the
Gachiaka
same,
spits on
you
that,
know?
taking pre-established conventions and says, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. This is set in the world of trash. Taste. But unlike the latter, there is absolutely nothing garbage flavor about presenting one of the most insane worlds Shonen has to offer. Have a look
Fun
at these
world.
characters. Now, unless you
What's the difference? Solo leveling. I don't know the rest. No. The Eminence and Shadow, I'm busy saying solo leveling, my bad. Eminence and Shadow, the rest I don't know.
already seen them, you might not be able to tell that these are 5 characters from 5 completely different shows.
They're the same picture.
Now take one character from Gachiaka. Not only will you never be able to mistake the show they're from, but their style, their attitude, how they carry themselves, everything about them screams expression that you know exactly what type of personality they have. Now,
And one thing which I gotta give Gachiaka a shout out for is the way how they show black people. What I mean by black people of African descent, you get me? The way how they show us Africans in this show is really nice. It's very refreshing to see. It's just not some Chinese girl with tan, and then they make it a mystique and a law, is she black or not. I love how they show that these are specifically black people, and the way how they express themselves, how they show themselves is really fucking cool. I love it a lot.
multiply that by all the minor characters you'll ever see. Gachiaka has a design philosophy that permeates every single aspect of the show, creating a visual language with a vibe that is absolutely unmatched. Neon lights flood the back alleys, the streets are crude and gritty, with a stench
It's
that
like
almost
a dirt cyberpunk type of esque vibe, you know. That's the one thing which I liked about Gachiaka.
permeates through the screen. Graffiti plasters every wall you walk past. The world doesn't just feel lived in. Every little detail exudes a sense of character that communicates a story to you without having to utter a single word. The author teamed up with a real graffiti artist to help craft the art behind it, which just adds that layer of authenticity to its visual identity. And also, just look at her. She is a character in her own world. Then you have the power system.
Dude. And that's the author. Wait, let me
Just
show
look
you.
at her.
Look at her, guys. Literally, she is the show, you know? Like, it's freaking crazy, guys.
She is a character in her own world. Then you have the power system. It's
Love the power system. The power system is so relatable and so good and so well thought out of.
trash,
You know?
parentheses affectionate. Having a system where objects treated with love and care are imbued with powers is not only original, but serves as another vehicle for characters to express themselves. It's the only show where you'll see characters use scissors, umbrellas, gloves, hair cones, and glasses as weapons, but then you start to wonder, why is that object this character's vital instrument? What does that say about their personality, their backstory? Which objects do I have that define me? It's
You
like,
get me? It has like its own philosophical taste by it. It's so simple and it's so there, but it's so like unique and like so good, bro. I
ideas
love
like
it
this
a
that
lot.
feed your imagination to the possibilities it opens up, and that's what I felt watching Gachiaka in its entirety. It might not be the most polished shonen of our generation, or have a
It's
story
not.
that pushes it to new boundaries, yet
It's
I
not.
constantly found myself
It's so good. It's it deserves to be top 5, but yeah, it's up there.
hitting that next episode just so I could spend a bit more time in the insane world it created.
What's number 9? Clevatess! Oh my god, guys. Jesus. The dark horse of last year. Nobody's speaking about this fucking anime. But goddamn was this show so fucking good, bro. This was my top 3. I loved watching Clevatess, guys. It came at a time when I was in a dark place, and I just remember like, yo, let me watch this show. I never even like did any reactions to it. I just was watching it for the fuck of it, because I was thinking, another slop isekai. God damn, was I wrong. This show was just amazing. The main protagonist is honestly the demon lord. Like, dude, let Gigguk explain, bro. This show.
What happened over the past millennium? And what is it that brings them here?
Fantasy is the double-edged sword of the anime world. Swing one side and you have some of the most critically acclaimed, beloved shows in the entire medium, respected by everyone who watches them. But swing the other side and you're greeted with some of the trashiest, stinkiest shows you can find in the medium. And I'm not talking about the Gachiaka kind. So when a new fantasy anime comes out, I'm always thinking, which side is this one gonna swing? Alright, looks like we've got some hyper-violent action. Could be edgy, could be mature, unsure. Oh hey, there's proper thought put into the world building and politics, so it's not just the same copy-paste Demon Lord fantasy world. That swings that way. Okay, the hero's been given an immortal body. Sounds like this could potentially be power fantasy-ish.
No.
Yeah, that's a little stinky. But then, I watch as the hero yeets herself off a cliff, leaving just her mangled corpse remaining, only to have her body parts grotesquely shoved back into place as you hear the crackling of bones over the most guttural scream of pain as her body is forcibly put back together little by little, while the bandits around her can only watch on in horror. And it was this moment that I realized, oh, I'm in.
Approved.
Clevatess is the kind of brutal dark fantasy show I've been missing. Not a full-on masterpiece like Berserk, but just a fun show.
It's just fun, so creative. The storyline is so good. The main character's purpose, the protagonist, I don't know if he's antagonist or protagonist or if crazy show,
that takes itself just seriously enough. You have a protagonist that is heroic and kicks ass without being annoying.
Oh, so she's the protagonist. Okay,
idealistic or stupidly overpowered. Also, she has an eye patch. The world and power system isn't just
I thought it was Clevatess, the demon lord.
Every other power fantasy out there. The protagonist has an eye patch. The violence is gratuitous while being purposeful and setting the tone of the story. You can see the hallmarks of what could have turned into an edgy fantasy, slavery, prostitution, but then you're reminded that anime can actually treat these subjects with the weight that they deserve. It's not always for the faint of heart, but it's the kind of grungy 90s fantasy show anime hasn't seen in a long time. She's got a goddamn eye patch!
That's too funny. What's number 8? I've heard, Giga loved this show. I remember he was going crazy for this show. Excuse me, I never gave it a chance. I should have given it a chance.
You ever see a new parent and how their eyes light up when talking about their kids? They show you a million photos of the same pose. They brag about the smallest achievement their kid was able to do. You feel a sense of pride you've never felt before towards anything else when they speak. That's what watching Medalist makes you feel like. This is a show about ice skating, but it's also a show about role models and the rewards of what being a great role model can get you. Inori is an 11-year-old girl who's been told she's too old to enter the figure skating world. She's shy, insecure, and collects worms for a hobby. This girl is going to get absolutely destroyed in school. But just by finding one person that believes in her, she's able to see something in herself that she never could before, shine in a way she never believed, and you're invited to be a part of that transformation. Medalist grabs you with grounded, well-realized characters all around, doing something revolutionary by treating its child characters like normal characters. Because did you know? Children are people too. When you think about it, it's kind of fucked up how much your life insecurities and self-image are defined by a few early moments in your life. Maybe a teacher said that you were dumb, and then from then on you just accept that as a fact. Or maybe, hypothetically, you were told your hair looks silly, so you start spiking it up like fucking Sasuke. Or a friend said you were boring, so you
Gigguk. Nah, bro. What the fuck?
Buy this Scarface poster to pretend like you have a personality. Or you look like a nerd with glasses, so you start wearing contacts every day. So seeing someone who was able to be set on the correct path because they found the right person, found the right role model, spoke to a part of my younger self that might not have gotten that same opportunity. Every small achievement, every small step they take becomes a collective win. And when they pull through and hit that complete triple axel after numerous falls, you'll be shedding tears like a proud dad telling the person next to you, "That's my kid! Yeah, that's my kid!"
I'm still not sold, man. I don't know. That wasn't good enough. Would you guys watch the show? And how was this show? Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. I'm not sold. Oh, this one, the summer that Hiruko died. Psychological horror. Definitely need to watch it. Never watched it. I know I love horror shows. I think I got turned off of horror animations because of Uzumaki, and I think I forgot the other one. It starts with an A. Another girl with the eye patch, and she has long black hair. I forgot the show. Another. Yes, that's the show. That's what the show is called.
Horror is one of those genres anime rarely gets right. On one hand, I think the medium makes it harder
But again, not a lot of people speak about the summer that Haruko died after. It's so weird why people never really speak about this show after. That's the weirdest part about it. I've never heard anybody speak about the Haruko that the summer that Haruko died. Never heard it, seen it in any sphere or anything, you know?
genuine scares compared to its live-action counterparts, but then one too many times we get a promising project like Uzumaki that took a bit too much inspiration from its.
You see, this is the show that I was speaking about, Uzumaki, bro. Uzumaki just like it turned me off of watching any new horror anime for a while, dude.
Source material and spiraled its own production into madness. I was beginning to lose faith, but thankfully the summer Hikaru died not only restored that, but has set the bar of how anime can achieve horror of the highest quality. So you may be wondering, what's so different about this one?
He's gay, but he has a special connection to classical music. There's many things that are interesting about him.
I'd heard
lol, that is very funny.
so many great things about this manga, but I watched the anime knowing nothing about it. I wanted to go in raw, and apparently, so did they. And within the first few minutes, it's evidently clear how this show succeeds where so many others have faltered. Almost immediately, you were drawn in with this eerie
I think it's more psychological horror.
sense of dread that crawls under your skin and doesn't let up. Every scene oozes a sinister air as thick as the summer humidity you're watching on screen. It's not about jump scares, it's the ghastly imagery that gives you a peek into the eldritch horrors that lay beneath the shadows. Horrific entities brought to life with haunting arts that make the hair on the back of your neck stand. Atmosphere is why this is a masterclass of animated horror. Behind all that though is a succinct exploration of grief and love between two bros that is 100% undeniably, categorically platonic.
So gross. So good.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I mean, just look at this man. He's so straight he's about to have sex with another man so he knows what the woman he goes on dates with will feel like. Cause you know, when you have a Lovecraftian nightmare creature wearing the skin of your dead friends, you first gotta figure out so many things. What is it? Is it dangerous? Does it come in peace? Or just you?
You know, maybe Michael's gay, maybe he's not. He is.
Yeah. I think as well because it was a yaoi, so I think this one is... Hell yeah. 2B Hero X. I like this. I never watched it. Okay, 2 shows I never watched. 3. I never watched Mystique. What is it called? The Medalist. Summer Haruko died in 2B Hero X. Oh my gosh. I never watched this show. And then
China
has continually been on the rise in the anime
China. Yeah, China's on a rise.
space, and this year it really felt like there was always at least one show per season that stood out in the highly competitive world of animation to be one of the hot shows to watch. And in my eyes, their crowning achievement of 2025 came in the form of 2B Hero X. This is China's own
Even though Lord of the Mysteries also came out this year. Lord of the Mysteries, guys, fucking hot fire anime. And then there's this one.
To the superhero genre that asks the question, what would society be like if people could gain superpowers based on the social media influence they have? India is now a world superpower. OnlyFans is more powerful than Disney. But in the world of 2B Hero X, anyone can gain superpowers as long as you are able to convince the masses to believe in you. Trust is how you gain power in this world. People's mass perceptions dictate not only who becomes a superhero, but the types of powers they get and the life they lead. There's Furman, a firefighter who saved a young girl from a falling ceiling that went viral, gaining him the power of incredible strength and invulnerability at the expense of never being able to take a proper shit ever again because he can never bend over thanks to his immovable image. Then there's this guy.
That's crazy.
He got his powers from a League of Legends chat lobby. The risk with a series like this is that you lack a central protagonist to be able to follow the story through, but it more than makes up for it by being able to explore a multitude of interesting ideas with the premise that
it's kind of like a Black Mirror in a way.
set up. Not every story is as equally compelling as the next, but every hero is wholly distinct both thematically and visually. Slowly but surely, you are able to piece together the timeline of events and see it all come together at the end. And if that wasn't enough for a reason to watch it, then there's also Hero X, who has the interesting ability to run through a season's worth of animation budget every time he snaps his fingers.
Oh shit.
Outside of the unique world setting and power system, this has some of the coolest action sequences I've seen in an animated TV series. And if
That's
that
crazy.
still is
When you think about it, I loved also the adaptation of 3D in this anime. This arcane art style that these anime shows are developing, like this whole arcane-esque, art style of them, like this 3D. Let me just show you guys. This type of 3D is so good, man. This is so freaking good. I like this 3D. I feel like that's the standard of 3D in animation, because we are seeing it grow a little bit with shows like Dorohedoro or Land of the Lustrous and 2B Hero X. We are seeing it ways that it can be developed. I feel like Demon Slayer was the first one where it developed it properly as using 3D as an environment, whereas shows like this are showing how it can also be translated from environment to character. I feel like it really fucked it up with this type of 3D animation. And also, like, let's get into like the whole politics of like the whole show. I feel like, one thing why Chinese animation is built like this, I feel like as well another thing, animators are more cheaper in China, so they can pay for more. And so that's how they can get better results. But that's my conspiracy. Anyways, let's continue.
Isn't enough for a reason to jump on? Watch it because the creator's a pretty cool guy also. I don't know where I heard that one from.
Of course, there's a lot of misery, but it is the same misery that is all around us. The trees here are in misery, and the birds are in misery. I don't think they sing, they just screech in pain.
Taco P's Original Sin. This one was trending. When it first came out, this show was everywhere. Compared to the Summer That Haruki... because the Taco P's Original Sin and the Summer That Haruki Died came out at the same time. Whereas if one of these had to come out in a different season, oh my god, it would have been better for both shows.
I remember the first time I watched the movie Requiem for a Dream, a movie so shockingly powerful that it disturbed me to my core, yet allowed me to experience emotions few pieces of fictions had been able to make me feel. Its message has left an imprint on me that remains to this day and continues to be one of those films I'm glad I experienced but never wanted to watch again. I said exactly the same thing to myself after watching Taco P's Original Sin. This is one of those shows that leaves you completely drained, giving you the sinking feeling that drops down to the pit of your stomach at the end of every episode. Genre? Drama? No, this is a straight-up horror anime for your emotions. It's about an alien, Takopi, from the planet Happy. All he wants to do is spread smiles and happiness without a single shred of negativity. He's the type of guy who'd hear about a racism problem and try to solve it by running. Now pair him with the Trauma Trio, three kids whose collective future therapist bill would equal the GDP of Norway. That's right.
Hey, little buddy, how are you doing? Oh my god!
Whoa! Smiling Friends. That is too funny. That is actually such a good joke. Shout out to Gigguk.
Whoa! It's Japanese. Smiling Friends. This is a series
that is so true,
that wastes no time into throwing you into the absolute deep end of emotional trauma.
I watched Smiling Friends for the first time last year. It was honestly crazy. I liked it because it had the same feel of like original Adult Swim. I think that's why I love animes, because I love cartoons. That's why.
You sink further from there. Watching the first episode of Takopi is like,
oh shit. What the hell?
And then the series just continues pounding your emotions into the ground. It presents you with some of the heaviest subjects a child can go through with no filters to help avert your eyes. If I had a nickel for every time one of these kids got whipped by a belt, I'd have 0 nickels. Because their parents used the fist. Everyone is an arsehole.
Damn, dude, that is so sad. Yo, that is so sad.
Is the worst kind of human they can possibly be, then when you're shown that faint ray of sunlight at the end of the tunnel, your first instinct is to think, oh no. But that's not to say there is no point to all of this suffering. For how despicable some of these actions you witness are, it constantly reminds you that the biggest villains are the parents who failed them. Parental neglect, physical abuse, and worst of all, a law-accurate Asian mum.
That's so true.
Each kid is a product of their own toxic environment, and for how suffocatingly pessimistic this show can be, it never devolves into being downright cynical. It's an important reminder of how trauma can be passed on, how the worst environments can shape the worst people, and no matter how hard life can be, nothing is more suffocating than having to deal with it alone. Because in the end, aren't the friends we made, the trauma bonding we did along the way? Wait, is that how he goes?
I know it's our job to help this guy and everything, but I think this guy's a lost cause.
Yes.
He's obviously made up his mind. Why don't we just cut our losses and get out of here?
This was the episode where the guy had a gun to his head. I exactly know that one. That is too funny. Smiling Friends. Takopi's Original Sin, must watch. So far, all of these are must watch. I don't know about the number 7, I think.
Settle up!
2026 is now officially the year of the horse, but unfortunately Uma Musume didn't get that memo because, like your typical gacha gamer, it came a bit early.
Oh shit! Cinderella Gray, hell yeah!
That collectively fell into the Uma Musume rabbit hole, and Cinderella Gray embodies every damn
that time. This is a live service game. I'm interested in watching this one. I really want to watch
why this franchise became a global phenomenon. This was the highest intensity, no bullshit, all action sports anime to come out in 2025, delivering that level of jump out you see hype in every single episode you put on. You are given little room to breathe, going from one race to the next, every match injecting that burst of adrenaline your body starts to crave. If you were living under a rock last year, yes, there is a gacha game of the same IP. Yes, this is anthropomorphized horse girls running against each other based on real historic races in Japan, which I've already talked about when I covered the show last month, but you don't need to know any of that to enjoy the spectacle it delivers. That rush as you witness that last eruption is as addictive as any drug. You hear the roar of the crowd as the commentator eggs them on.
I mean, anime can make anything so great. Ain't that crazy, bro? Anime can make anything fucking amazing.
As you watch athletes digging deeper than they ever have before, suddenly this janky ass anime girl run becomes the most hype thing you've ever seen. As you shout out, "God, this is what peak performance looks like!" And then the race is over. You calm down, switch on the next episode, and experience it all again. Wait, that last paragraph sounded familiar. Was that ChatGPT? No, in fact, it was Gigguk because I just copied it from myself. I've already said everything I have to say about it in that video, so you know what? I'll just let ChatGPT rewrite my own work to tell you again, in the style of Gigguk. That moment when the final eruption hits, your monkey brain just activates. The crowd is screaming. The commentator is absolutely losing it. The athletes are pushing past every physical limit known to mankind. And suddenly, this janky, low FPS anime girl run has your full, undivided soul. You're sitting there like, why am I this invested? As you stand up yelling, God, this is peak human performance at your screen, like you've just witnessed the second coming, but it's sponsored by questionable animation shortcuts, and then it ends. You blink. You remember you're an adult.
That is so
you
crazy.
sigh, click the next episode, and willingly let it happen to you all over again, because anime has once again tricked you into feeling emotions through sheer bullshit and spectacle.
That is funny.
What does ChatGPT think I sound like?
The wanker.
You can go watch my actual video if you want to hear everything I have to say about it better than Gigguk ever could. Okay?
This is a must-watch, especially if you like sports anime. Anything cute girls, harem animes, I feel like it's a must-watch.
I promise I'm going to stop glazing my own work now. Anyway, number 3. Barn, The Boundaries of Adulthood. This was a new anime made by a fairly new...
No! I'm gonna skip this one because it's his anime, guys. We watched it. It's on his YouTube channel. Please support Gigguk. It's there on his YouTube channel. Follow my link. It's gonna take you straight to this video. Go to his YouTube channel. Follow him. Support him. I don't want to see any more of this anime because it's only one episode. Very disappointed. Oh no, he doesn't talk about it. My bad.
Anyway, the industry.
Oh, he skipped it. He should have. I was. If it was me, I was gonna put my shit also on top 3. No cap.
Attention spans are fucked. Memes are incomprehensible. I can't be the only one who feels like every day I see something that makes me lose IQ until my last remaining brain cells are stuck there on life support, powering the last bit of sentient thought I have. But this year, there was no show that healed my soul more than watching Apocalypse Hotel. In an era of
Apocalypse Hotel, heard so much about this one. This is also another one where this was Mother Basement's #1 anime. It made me so fucking mad that this was his #1.
Rot. This one gave me pure brain ripe. Apocalypse Hotel is a different kind of slice of life. It has all the hallmarks that make up the genre. A quieter, subdued approach to storytelling, charming characters, a whimsical, bright air that complements its calming atmosphere. And then you keep watching.
What the hell?
Okay, maybe there's a bit of brain
what
in this
the
one.
hell?
Doomslayer Tanukis, Power Rangers fighting Kangaroo Thanos, a fucking mech battle in the middle of
What's
a desolate
going
cityscape.
on?
You can
What
put
the
on an
fuck?
episode and have no idea what kind of unhinged shenanigans you're going to encounter next, but behind
What?
the chaos and the laughter, it constantly delivers a story with a heart few series are able to reach. A door-opening robot that fails at opening doors, a hospitality robot with no one left to serve, a hotel that opens to a place with a population of 0. This is a world with no meaning, where characters are forced to find their own. How is it
That's
do you
deep.
find purpose in a place where there is none? Watching this band of lovable misfits allows you to reflect about the purpose you may be missing from your own life. It's a show so hopelessly optimistic, steeped in layers of melancholy. A story set in a bleak place where no hope should be able to be found, yet it still is able to greet you with the warmth.
What the hell? Cause like, what the hell? This thing is flying.
Was this supposed to be the end?
What's this show? Oh shit! Yeah, yeah. You gotta get, dude. This is how you end a fucking season. My Hero Academia season finale. It is just. If you don't watch My Hero, guys, if you were once upon a time a fan and you fell off of it, my guy, rewatch it, cause you are missing out. My Hero Academia season 4 was rubbish, season 5 was trash. From season 6, my guy, I know it's too many seasons, but fuck, trust.
Shonen
This
action
is it.
shows are the lifeblood of the anime industry. They are the most popular, have the most influence, and are very often some of the very first anime we end up watching. It's these shows that help shape a young generation of people, and I certainly can't forget what they instilled into me. As a kid too young to understand anything, I saw heroes fighting against evil to protect the things they stand for. They stood up for those who couldn't, represented all the good in the world, and though I grew up and realized the real world isn't as simple or idealistic as the one portrayed in the realm of fiction, it's these stories that helped set me on the right path. It gave me hope. It gave me role
That's
models.
very true.
It taught me about the person I should aspire to be. To me, this
That's crazy. Naruto, Digimon, One Piece, Bleach, yeah.
is what
That's how
shonen is
it
meant to be about. This is the shonen I grew up with. This is the
Same.
shonen I know, and I don't think
Funny enough, I've only watched Bleach, Dragon Ball Z, and Naruto. I never watched One Piece. So I feel like I missed that wave. So that's why it's very hard for me to go into One Piece, because I missed the wave. Because some people, for them, it's easy because they were on the wave. I missed it. So, yeah.
Many shows have distilled that concept down as purely as My Hero Academia has. Regular viewers will know that I've had an up and down relationship with this franchise. I instantly fell in love in season 1, watched it explode in popularity in season 2 and 3, then gradually fell out of favor as other shows took the spotlight, but I always kept watching in hopes that it could at least end with a bang. And now,
man, did it end with a bang. My Hero Academia season 8, my guys, season 4 and 5 were garbage, you know. I can say that. No, season 4 and 5 were garbage. You know, I remember, because when I was watching this, I think in, was it June, July? I was watching this every day. I just remember I had no, I don't know, dude, all the new anime wasn't touching me. Anything I was trying to watch, I just wasn't feeling. And then I was like, you know what, fuck it. There's My Hero Academia. I never finished it. Let me just watch it, you know. I rewatched season 1, rewatched season 2. I enjoyed season 3. Season 4 was a bit, season 5 was as well. Then I just remember I kept on watching till season 6, and I'm like, what the fuck? Season 6 is a freaking jump, bro. I was like, whoa, it just completely shifted. Season 7 was just, man, it was fucking amazing. Like, dude, I was so shocked on how good My Hero Academia became.
Later, I can wholeheartedly say, boy, did it ever. This final season delivered a spectacle worthy of the legacy it will leave. And now that it's all over, looking back, I feel like My Hero Academia came out in a strange transitionary period. In a time where its contemporaries were getting darker, getting weirder, getting bloodier. It almost felt like MHA
this one was getting lighter. Trust.
The squeaky clean, straight-laced student in a classroom of delinquents. And yet, it managed to achieve what so many long-running series have failed to do. For after 10 years of characters, action, drama, and development, it was able to close out standing tall, shouting a clear and concise message for the world to hear that stayed completely true to what it always was. Anyone can be a hero. Anyone should try to be a hero, even if it's just for the people around you. It's hopeful.
I'm getting
goosebumps, It's somewhat maybe cheesy, but it is very My Hero Academia. This may not go down in history as everyone's favorite show, but I will remember it as a testament of what the beating heart of shonen should be. We will always need heroes. We will always need hope. We will always need a story like this. And at the end of this era, I'm glad it was there to remind us one last time.
That's fucking awesome. Yeah, My Hero Academia, guys. Amazing series, amazing show. What a send-off. It's now time for the new era. The 2010s big 3, I gotta give it. My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer, and what was the last one? There's another one. I think Jujutsu Kaisen? I don't know. I don't think it's Jujutsu Kaisen. But those, I think, for the big 3 for now. Like, those were entering into the 2020. Oh, no, Attack on Titan, my bad. It was Attack on Titan. Those 3... honestly, amazing shows. Good to see all of them just end and about to finish. I think Demon Slayer is next that needs to finish. But the big 3 of the 2010s, that was the best. Now it's the 2020s now. I think my big 3 is, I'm going to give it Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, and what was the last one? I don't know. We still need to figure that out. What's number 1?
この世には様々な人がいる。こんなに大勢いるのに誰一人。
You know, these guys disappoint me, man. I'm so disappointed. His final episode is Orb. You know, I'm okay, man. You know, I think I'm gonna end the video here. I know. Orb is the bro. I'm very disappointed. No cap. I thought it was gonna be something a bit more crazy, bro. Like, we have so many anime. For me, Clevatess was my number 1, guys. Maybe I'm the simple one, but man, Orb, fuck, bro. And there's just so many shows that came out last year. There's so much good stuff, and you pick Orb. But hey, guys, I'm not hating. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Tell me what you guys think, and of course, I'll see you guys on the next video. Pretty long one. Peace out. See you guys.